Holy shit. Did we start? Oh, damn, we're live. Nice. Oh, Digby, first boy in the chat with weenus. I appreciate it. God damn. So, we got a new overlay. I invested some of my gumball money and purchased a new overlay because I was too lazy to design another one myself. As you can clearly see, it is so modern and up to date that before I could start the stream, I had to spend the past 20 minutes updating all of my fucking video drivers because when I tried to turn the stream on, it said, "Oh wait, Tony, can't do that. Sorry, big boy. That's not happening. It's not happening. Sorry." So this is what we got to work with. I'm hoping that this works well. Oh Jesus, did I forget to put the chat on the screen? Oh no. No, there it is. Okay, cool. I made the chat work this time. Last time I tried to stream, the chat didn't work. Alright, you guys ready? You guys ready for a fun time stream? We're gonna read chapter 7 of Growing Around. Please tell me if the music is too loud or too quiet, and I can adjust it accordingly as my kitty cat snuggles in for a big snug. Here, sit. Sit, there you go. You want to get in my armpit where it's nice and warm? There you go. I'll tuck you into my jacket and we can start reading. I needed this stream. I had to comfort and help a friend because of a hypersensitive people are accusing her of being a Nazi apologist just for liking Stronheim and want her removed from a zine. Wow, that's fucking lame. How many chapters are there? Well, there's not too many. I think there's maybe 16 chapters before we keep going. 16 before it's done. We're at page 97, so we're over the hump. We're a decent way in, 58%. But enough dicking around. Let's go. Oh wow. Real Life Anime Ghost donated $1 in Canadian fun bucks. I appreciate the Canadian fun dollars. I have a thing now that will probably pop up and say that you're the top donator. I just installed the stream stuff. I don't know what works and what doesn't. I really hope that it pops you up on the screen there as the top donator and latest donator. Also, Jesus Christ, I'll actually start this time. The clock read 7:30 as we rolled up to my house. The moon was already out, and we still had much work to do. Wednesday was almost over, and we had to have everything ready and perfect for Friday. Balloons hovered over the mailbox, and we had banners hanging above every arch. But I still felt like it wasn't enough. I walked inside to find Robert and Linda kissing. "Ugh, gross, you guys," I said. "Do you have to do that in the living room? Anywho, I think that it's romantic," Molly chuckled. "Whatever," I said. The house looked pretty... Jesus Christ. The house looks pretty big, by the way. Is that supposed to be Molly, or, I know that normally when I read these chapters, I don't stop myself, to put commentary in, but I will point out that somebody asked me to do voices for these characters, and the problem with this book is that they don't tell me who's speaking, until they're already, it doesn't say, Linda says, and then Linda says something, it'll be I just have to guess. So I apologize I'll just make everybody a Visco girl. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. If they're all Visco girls, then I can't fuck it up, right? Streamers were hanging from the monkey bars, but still it wasn't enough. I put my hand on my hip, thinking something wasn't sitting right with me. The party looked decent, but at the same time, it had this look of just being another bland, typical party. I had I threw this party because I have to sort of look. It needed some extra pizzazz. I brewed up some hot chocolate, the perfect tool for a long night of work. I just need to figure out something to up this party's awesomeness, I said, taking a sip of the mug. Well, you must figure it out. You must have it figured out soon, April said, returning her cell phone to her purse. I called in a favor, and now you have a spot on the news tomorrow afternoon. The reporter decided that it was only fair to get your side of the story as well. Save the turtles. God, I want to fucking die. That's that's amazing, I said, rounding April in a hug. Between the interview and your photo, everyone's going to know about my party. But, oh Jesus, come on. God damn it, go to the next page. Kindle's a little annoying sometimes. Oh, have my alcohol cash, Tony. I don't need it, says Dingo. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the drinking fun. It's better that you don't spend it on drinking and instead spend it on Visco Girl memes. I promise. What's gonna make them come? I reckon that it could be... God, doing this voice. I reckon that I could get a bounce house, Molly said. Wait. Really? She gave me a smile, complete with her missing front teeth. We were going to push the boundaries like no kid had done before. Robert walked into the kitchen to rummage around in the fridge. He pulled out a banana cream pie, and I had a plan to take it all the way. We'll have a clown, I said. That shows some class. Sally, you know that the circus doesn't let people borrow their clowns, right? Robert said. Didn't you go as a clown for Halloween last year? I shot back. Yeah. But I don't think that'd be a very good actual clown. April flicked the pie pan up into Robert's face. Molly let out a gasp as banana cream dribbled downward to the floor. Robert removed the pie pan with the most perfect expression. Even Linda laughed on her way through. If Robert could make a grown-up like Linda laugh, he'd be one of the best clowns we could possibly get. Don't mind me, just saving the turtles, Linda said. Miss Kathy gave me a stargazing report, so I'll be doing that. Gotta make 25 constellations and then put them in my sticker book. Come up with names and backstories. It shouldn't be too hard. Linda looked at the papers in her hand and checked her camera. I don't remember getting that assignment, Robert said. That's because she didn't give it to you. I specifically asked Miss Kathy for some extra credit. I launched a smile across my face. Linda must have caught it out of the corner of her eye because she smiled too. Linda was really trying. Maybe she didn't need my help for that secret agent project either. If it wasn't for this stupid party duty thing, then I'd be able to help her out. Instead, I had to make a clown out of Robert. Do you hear those cups falling over? That's my goddamn cat. I have two cats, for those of you who don't know. Hazel is my sweet girl. She's sitting on my lap right now, and Asher is my very dumb but very sweet boy, and I believe he's playing with cups in the kitchen. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. We have a pantry in there. I think he's trying to knock shit around in the pantry. I don't know. He does that when he wants attention, which is why we're not going to give it to him. Let's get you dressed up, Robbie, I said. I grabbed my father's hand and blazed upstairs, dashing past the warped mirrors that surrounded the slide into my parents' room. I hated going in there. It was so bare and bleak. There wasn't a single drawing on the wall. There wasn't even a drawing on paper on the wall. Everything was so neat and tidy, and it drove me crazy. I'd at least be fixing the later problem as I nosed around the closet. I tossed several suits and jackets to the floor. I hunted in between Linda's dresses, but that clown costume wasn't to be found. In fact, I couldn't seem to find any of Robert or Linda's costumes in there, not even in the shoe boxes tucked away in the corner. All right. Own up, I said, tapping my feet. Costumes are in the attics, Robert groaned. I gave him my stern look, pounding up my lips. It could leave a grown-up quaking in their boots. Robert said, rubbing the back of his neck. He looked directly at me. We both know that the costumes you get me make me look really cute. Yeah, that's it. So I got to thinking that, like, what if other people thought that wearing the costumes made me look cuter than you? I didn't even want that idea to get into people's heads, so I put the costumes in the attic so that no one would know about them. I mean, I got everybody friendship bracelets anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I smiled. Robert could be so sweet sometimes. It was definitely a risk that the clown costume would make him cuter than me, but it was a risk that I needed to take. At any rate, it returned the ship into my step. What? The skip into my... Jesus Christ, I can't read today. The skip into my step. I popped my head through the trapdoor. Flashlight in my teeth, the attic was a city of boxes, each filled with mysterious treasures of the past. It was stuff that my parents used to use, that my parents' parents used to use, and so on. So I slid the light past an old rotting armchair and right into a mirror. My eyes were already wide with fear and sweat drops danced on my face. It wasn't my fault, though. Timmy and I used to spend a lot of time playing in the attic, but we had to stop because a ghost took up residence. Linda tried to explain to us that the ghost was just a heating vent. That was stupid. Of course the ghost sounded like a heating vent. The ghost was pretending to be a heating vent to lure people into a false sense of security. But I had to be quick. If the ghost had caught Robert, he wouldn't stand a chance against it. Honestly, without kids around, grown-ups would be doomed. They never seem to know anything about ghosts or fairies or any of that kind of stuff. They'd find themselves cursed by witches or baked into pies. If Linda wasn't so close to the house, I would be worried that she'd fall victim to a wandering werewolf or something far worse. Ooh. Buy yourself a bottle of the finest Visco, Tony. You've earned it. And as said in the ancient texts, and I oop. I really can't wait for the bot to say that. Oh, here he comes. Jesus Christ. I actually don't have headphones in, so I don't know when the bot is talking or if he is at all. So I don't want to talk over him. So if I get another donation, I'm just gonna I'm gonna quiet down and let the bot do its thing and just hope that I don't talk over it. 1 Norwegian kron equals 11 cents in US dollars. I didn't actually know that. That is pretty rad to know, though. Let's see here. Where was I? I searched through boxes trying to find where Robert may have hidden the costumes. I pounced into a large box of old toys. I reached under a checkerboard and into a pile of brick toys. My hands swelled with pain, and I remembered why I threw them in the attic. Then I heard the click. It was the ghost. He was waking up, and I needed to hurry. I saw a shiny red clown nose sticking out of the next box. This was it. I pulled it out and looked to the other bits and pieces. I grabbed something strangely silky in my hands. It was a purple cape, plastered with stars and moons. A magician's cape. Unlike the other costumes in the box, there was no way that this could fit a grown-up. It looked like it would be able to fit me. What's this? Oh, that's Linda's old magician outfit. I can't believe that she kept it all of these years, but didn't keep my fucking friendship bracelet I gave her yesterday. Was it like her Halloween costume or something? No, it was her job. She was a stage magician. The howling at the back of the attic started up. We have to get the fuck out of here. Ghost again. If he finds you here, you'll be a goner. Oh, Hazel, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cough directly into your fucking face. It was not the right time to try to give my face a lick. I'm sorry. I came down to the kitchen, cape in hands. The life of the room had dulled down without me there. April was busy searching through her phone while Molly swiveled back and forth on her chair. Timmy pouring a cup of hot chocolate was the only thing that could remotely be called exciting. But that was only because he wanted to see how much whipped cream he could possibly stack on top of it before it's toppled over. I thought that Linda was like a librarian or something boring when she was a kid. You're telling me that my stick in the mud brother was something cool as a magician? Oh, it's not that unbelievable, Robert said. As if summoned, the woman of the hour found her way inside the kitchen. Her hands were filled with curled papers and photographs. A pencil rested behind her ear. Bags hung under her eyes, and it wasn't even 9 yet. I'd believed that the frog I found in the yard last week was a magician before I'd believed that she was. Hey, you found my old magician capes, Linda said. I'm sorry, Linda, but I just can't believe that you were ever a magician, Anayu. That's because you've got way too much junk in your head, she said. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I demanded. At first it meant that she was going to be grounded, then she put her hand on my ear and pulled out kitchen napkins. As one tied to the next passed by my eyes, fear welled up. My friends began laughing. I didn't know if it was because the magic happening or because I found myself increasingly freaked out, waving my hands back and forth. I prayed for them to stop. What if this was a serious problem? Buy Hazel something nice or give her a little kiss, please. Oh, I can't give her a kiss. You see, she's nuzzled. She's nuzzled quite comfortably in my armpit, and Hazel does not like to be picked up or moved if she's nuzzled. And I would have to move her to be able to give her a smooch. But I'll give her a big smooch later, just for you, I promise. She's very smoochable. She's a very good girl. Am I going to need to see a doctor? I asked. I don't think so, Anna, Linda said. I've got them all out, but you may want to do something about those tokens up your nose. I don't have any... Linda tapped the back of my head and 2 arcade tokens appeared in Linda's hands. I didn't even feel anything. This new ability either meant that I'd been getting free sodas for the rest of my life, or my head was turning into metal. Did I make any deals with genies lately? Then came the clapping, begging for the show to go on. More! More, Molly said. No. Stop it. What's your next trick? Turning me into a toad? I'm sorry, Linda said. Let me make it up to you. Let me give you a friendship bracelet. Just need to get out your Hydro Flask, because I noticed you don't have one. She picked up the napkins from the floor and clapped on them. Then she opened them up and revealed an origami flower. I found myself lost in a sense of wonder as she handed it to me. Maybe I was wrong about my mother getting devoured by werewolves out there. Then again, they were no ghosts. That was amazing, Molly shouted, bouncing up and down in her chair. Well, it's not every day that a child gets to see a live magician perform, April said. We need to live in a city like Boondoggle Beach or Megaopolis for such a luxury. An idea tickled my brain. Linda, you can do your magic act for the party, and I... Linda paused, staring into space. Her entire expression faded. She gave a little chuckle, and she looked to Timmy as if she expected him to change reality. He shrugged and left Linda to turn back to me. I'm a bit rusty, Linda said. It's been like over 10 years since I last did magic, and your party is on Friday, last I checked, and I have to get my Hydro Flask reflasked that day. You were able to pull stuff out of Sally's head, Molly said. That worked fine. I don't even have my equipment anymore, Linda said. I can get you whatever you need, April said. I'm sure that my brothers and sister will be happy to help. I can't, Linda said. I mean, it'd be weird, wouldn't it? Kids are magicians, and grown-ups are only their assistants, Linda said. I swore that I detected a hint of sadness in her voice. No. There are a few adult magicians in the world. There's actually a really famous one. Macaulay Culkin. He's a famous Dollywood show and everything, I said. No more excuses. If Robbie is going to be a clown, then you have to be a magician, Anna. Come on. You're going to be great. You'll be great at it if you try. All right, I'll do it. But just this once, Linda said. It was all kinds of exciting. This would wow and bedazzle everyone. Not only was I going to have a great party, I was going to have the bestest party that Summer Way ever had. Who could top a party with a real magician and a clown? And I got to tell the whole town about it on live television tomorrow. And that is the end of chapter 7. Why are you making Linda talk like Avdol? In what way on God's green flat earth does Linda sound anything like Avdol? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where you're hearing Avdol in my and Hydro Flask comments, but I appreciate it. Oh my God. Yeah, the word bedazzle really stood out in that chapter because that's not really bedazzle's like a verb. You know what I mean? Bedazzle's like a brand. You know when you like put gems on something, you don't really bedazzle people. You know, it's weird. Is it Avdol or Abdul? It's Avdol with a V. Anyway, not gonna lie, guys. That was pretty good. That chapter was actually pretty good. I don't really have. Are these chapters getting shorter? They vary. Some of them are really long, and then some of them are really short. There's not really any sort of consistency in terms of, you know, in terms of how long these chapters are. How many gumballs do you get these days, Tony? You know, I make a decent amount of money. I make enough to live. But I also have crippling student loan debt. So, you know, in 15 years when I don't have that anymore, I'll be doing a lot better. This was a decent, if not good, chapter. No, I would say that was a good chapter. You know, we've kind of been lucky. The chapters have kind of been getting better, which is a good thing. Maybe by the end of this book, you know, the final couple chapters will be just like really phenomenal. You know what I mean? But that chapter was good. I mean, it was a chapter that had a lot of character development. It had there was some pretty good paragraphs in there, like the paragraph about the ghost, how would adults survive without kids, you know, with the werewolf thing. You know, there were paragraphs in this chapter that genuinely felt like something a kid would say, which is you know, better than basically every other chapter up to this point. But I really liked that chapter. I thought it was good. I thought it was well written. And for the example that I just gave, I was pretty impressed by the fact that the plot actually moved along, which is good. We not only did the plot move forward, but we were also given a bit of a backstory to certain characters. We know that Linda, you know, is a rad-ass magician, which is really funny for me because I just started getting into magic this past month. Trying to learn how to do some magic tricks and card stuff. So that's really, maybe that's why I really enjoyed that chapter. But you know, we also learned, was it Timmy or Robert? I think it was Robert as the clown. It was good. It was good. It was a good time. It was a good chapter. I don't really have many complaints here, which is a first. I think maybe the last chapter I had like 1 or 2 complaints. I don't really have many complaints for this chapter. Stuff moved along, dialogue was good. I don't know, man. Ooh, first time I've been to a live stream. Well, hello, my dude. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time because the stream is about to end. I hope that you guys enjoyed this chapter. I mean, you know, go ahead and let me know. I'll look over at the chat now. I've been kind of, you know, just reading and talking. Do a card trick with audio. I can do that, actually. It's not really much of a trick, but if you want to be a good magician, you have to learn how to handle cards successfully. And I do have a deck of cards here, and I'm trying to learn how to riffle them, which is essentially when a magician takes them and he shoots the cards from one hand into his other hand. And I'm not very good at it, and it also depends on, you know, if my cards want to agree with me. But let me see if I can. That was not the best one. I got about half the deck riffled really well, and then the rest of it was kind of chunky. But okay, that was a lot better. These cards are actually a little chunky right now. Oh fuck! I just dropped like 5 of them. These cards are a little chunky because I touched them accidentally after playing around with a bunch of fake blood the other day. For another trick, it's the old, you know, it's the classic saw through your arm trick, you know, where you pretend to saw your arm off, or like cut into your arm with like a really big blade. So these cards are admittedly a little chunky. They've got a little bit of some shit in there, but oh, that was a lot better. That was a good riffle. These cards are really nice. I really like these cards. They're in case you're wondering, these are Furious Skull cards by Riffle Shuffle. They are skulls, and I know that a lot of magicians do not like cards with skulls on them because it's kind of overdone and played out, but these ones are really psychedelic and cool, so I like them. So fuck everyone else if they don't like them. Let's see here. What else is going on? The chapter was decent, but God, I couldn't focus over you being a Visco crew. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Capper. I genuinely had a difficult time absorbing the chapter as I was reading it. I didn't quite piece everything together until I was done with the chapter. Wait, I just joined. Has he read the chapter? Oh, I'm sorry, my dude. I just read the whole thing. Tony is the motto of cards. He likes them big, he likes them chunky. I definitively do not. I prefer my cards to be a little smaller and less chunky, I can assure you. I wish that I could that there was some way I could perform a magic trick for you. I don't actually know any what are called like Instagram magic. You know, like I don't know how to do magic tricks that are built for like web viewers. You know, I know how to do like real life, you know, you meet someone on the street and you do a magic trick for them, sort of magic trick. But oh, that was a good one. That was a good fucking card riffle there. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good fucking riffle. You didn't see it, but it was fucking good. Good. That one was better. It wasn't great, but it was better. I only just started Magic, so I really don't know how to do many tricks. I'm pretty bad at it, but you know, I'm getting there. The only way I'm gonna get there is by practicing every day, you know. I'm trying to learn at least one new trick every week. So I've learned a few so far. I love card ASMR. A tip for the ASMR card play. You can show us any card and it'd be at least one of our... Oh, you know what? Here, give me a second here. I can actually do a trick for you guys. Let me grab a deck of cards. This is what happens on live streams. Let me grab a deck of cards real quick. Alright guys, I've returned. My cat has immediately taken my spot. I had to get my good, like, magic cards. So let me see here. Face reveal. Yeah, I'm going to turn my webcam on. I'm going to see if I can actually figure out how to do that real fast. Let's see here. So if we go here, and then we go video capture, probably. Okay, no. Fuck, there's got a video capture device. Here we go. Yeah, I know, Asher. Hello. Let's see, can we see my kitty cat? Where's my kitty cat? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this is the worst. Oh, it focused. I haven't done my hair today, so I look a little shitty. I apologize. Fuck, let me see if I can move myself on the screen here, and I'll try to do a trick for you. There we go. Make me nice and big, and you know what? We'll just turn off this other thing. Hazel's down here too. Hello, say hello. She's a good cat. She doesn't really mind being manhandled a little bit. Like you can pick her up and move her, and she generally won't mind. Asher, who's over here, off camera. He is very sneaky. I'll show you. He's very sneaky over here. What are you doing? He's very sneaky. He's hiding behind the computers. He does not really like to be picked up at all. Oh, Jesus. It's like you're a part of Vine Sauce. Alright, guys. So here's the magic trick that I'm going to perform for you. It's a very simple trick. It's really easy. I want you guys to think of any card in a 52 card deck, you know, King of Hearts, the Ace of Spades, you know, the 7 of Diamonds, any card at all. and I will produce, you know, I'll do a trick for you. Just name me a card. Okay, doesn't matter. This is my deck. These are my cards. They're, in case you're wondering, they are from, here, I can't actually see myself very well. Let me pull myself up. These are from the Somdi deck. These are actually what's known as Black Bleed cards. They are called that. I'll just pull one from the middle here because they don't have like a white border around them. And you generally do not do Magic with these types of cards, but I love this deck anyway. So, alright, here we go. So, the star card, the ace of spades, the spade, crazy. So think of any card, name it out in the chat, and as Asher very sneakily he's going to walk right in front of the fucking camera here. I'm going to have to pick him up because he's, yep, there he goes. He loves whenever the webcam is out. Let's pick you up. Put you on the floor. Now guys, you've listed a bunch of cards. Now wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if that top card was it? You guys would be pretty impressed, right, if that was it? If that was it right there? Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap it. Give it a little bit of a riffle. And that's going to be it. And here we go. Pretty fucking impressive, right? It's a pretty good magic trick. I bet you guys weren't expecting that would be it. But it was. That's my magic trick that I can do. Gets him every time. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, I can actually do like legit tricks, but that one's the only one I could think of that I could do on camera, which is pretty funny. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my face reveal too, I guess. Mind blown. Yeah, the It card, that's a classic one. That's really fun to do. You can immediately do that, and people will have a good time. Tony, you look so handsome, Homo sapien. Like, oh, thank you. It's like I'm a real guy or something, you know? Like I live and breathe or something. Just like everyone else. Crazy. Played us like a damn fiddle. Oh, man. That's one of my favorite ones to do. Gets them every fucking time. So let's see here. Man. I'm still trying. I'm trying to think of something bad about that chapter I disliked, and legitimately I really can't. That was a good chapter. I hope you guys had a... Tony is a real human being, according to sources. I hope you guys had a good time. I appreciated that you waited a minute or two for me to perform my magic trick. That was a fun time. I am a little bummed though. I haven't figured out how to put you guys in the overlay, like for donations yet. I'll try to figure that out. I should probably put the end screen on there. Stream is ended. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. I hope you guys had a fantastic time, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night.